Hi there, Pac-12 football guy. I am back. It's been a week, a long, long week since the Pac-12 and Big-10 pulled the cord on the season. There will be no football in the West Coast. There'll be no football in Midwest. They're postponing it, hopefully playing in the spring. I don't know how on earth you make that happen and have two seasons in the same calendar year, or the top players opting out because of the NFL draft. So a sad, sad day. And just this past weekend, we watched Animal House with my daughter. She's 18. The first time she saw Animal House. For her dad, I think it was my 73rd time. 73rd, 74th. And the scene where the adult house has been closed and they're removing all this stuff, and Belushi comes up. They took the effing bar! And he's just in a state of panic, and Otter throws in the bottle of Jack. Great, funny scene. And I feel that's what's happened to us. They took the effing football season. What are we going to do? Another great line from the same movie. What the hell are we supposed to do now, you moron? I don't know what we're supposed to do. And Saturdays are going to suck big time. I am so bummed. But here we are. Started with the Ivy League. The smart kids at Harvard and Yale said we're not going to do it. I don't really care about Ivy League football. But then Michigan, Northwestern, Wisconsin, pretty darn good schools. They're like, nope, it's not worth it. The liability, the player health and safety, how do you keep it from spreading? They just couldn't make sense of it. The next day, Stanford, Cal, UCLA, SC, pretty good schools. They're like, we're going to do the same thing. Meanwhile, in the ACC and Big 12 and, of course, SEC land, play ball. They're going to continue on. And the SEC, I love it. Their motto in recent years, it just means more. It just means more. What the hell? What does that mean? The rules don't apply. You can play while, COVID's spreading everywhere. You're just above the law. And you know what it's all about? It's all about the money, Mr. Sankey. It's all about the money. I will watch that SEC, though. I will watch it. We have relatives in Knoxville. I've been to Neyland Stadium before. Awesome venue, good people. So I'll cheer for the Vols. Looks like they open up with South Carolina late September, so I will watch that game. But let's face it, I think the SEC and these other conferences make it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month. The whole thing's going to blow up. It's got to, because that's what science tells us. And then they will all look dumber. The presidents, ADs, coaches, everyone will look dumber than they already do. And let me tell you, that's a low bar. But that's where we are. And evidently, Mark Emmert, the NCAA president, went to the Donald Trump School of Magic and Idiocy, because he had 4 months to figure something out, 4 months to get the Power Five on the same page, or maybe in the same zip code, to say, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? 4 months later, somehow magically the virus didn't disappear. And here we are mid-August, conferences are canceling, complete uncertainty. So thanks, Mark Emmert. You just did a fantastic job, like someone else I know. And it didn't have to be this way. It didn't have to be this way, but you know what? USA, we're not United States, we're divided, and there's 3 reasons. As a country, we are selfish, we are impatient, and we're greedy. And as a parent for 20 years now, 3 of the top things I don't want my kids to be are selfish, impatient, or greedy. But that's who we are. That's what it's all about. And I don't know who pushed the button. I don't know who pushed the button and said that COVID is worse than the flu and it's this pandemic. I don't know. Because in Oregon, we have 385 deaths, 23,000 cases. And sure, that's not great, but that's less than 1%. It's 0.0005, 0.00009 on the deaths. And again, it's sad you don't want to die from anything, but I just don't get it. But I will trust science. I'll always trust science. And if they're saying it's not safe to play, or there's a concern, then let's buckle up. And maybe there's spring football, maybe there's not. I'm going to miss watching my fall sports, but thank God I live in Oregon, because in Oregon we have rivers like the Deschutes, John Day, the Rogue. We have mountains, we have volcanoes. We've got the Pacific Ocean. There's a lot to do. Fishing, hunting, skiing, all sorts of outdoor stuff. So as our Saturdays are going to become wide open, there's stuff for us to do. Meanwhile, in Tuscaloosa, Tallahassee, Norman, Baton Rouge. I don't know what there is to do. Maybe there's stuff to do, but soon enough, you guys are going to see what it's like when your Saturdays are free because you couldn't just follow the rules. You couldn't stay at home, couldn't wear a mask. So that's what I got. I don't know what Pac-12 guy is going to do moving forward. I think we might have a Pac-12 baking show coming up in a few weeks, and maybe there's going to be a Pac-12 woodworking guy show. I don't know. I've got plenty of time, so I got to figure out something. But as always, be well. Take care of your neighbor. We are going to get through this, and I can't wait. Hopefully within a year, we're all watching our favorite school at a filled, packed stadium, yelling and screaming with a cold beer. It's going to happen. It's just going to take a while. So, again, be well, and we'll talk soon. Go Buffs. Go USA. Fight on. Thanks.